Cplots TV is your #1 real estate TV, promoting sustainable accountability, responsibility, and excellence in real estate worldwide. Watch and subscribe to Cplots TV on YouTube channel, powered by Cplot Profile Limited. Cplots TV, your investment house.
My name is Victor. What I do basically is to... You can't hear me? Okay, what I do basically is to help people understand how to use the internet to promote their business. And as real estate practitioners, we will be using the internet a lot. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, any of those apps to promote our businesses. Okay, so what we are going to be looking at today is how to create a sales funnel. Okay, a sales funnel is something that helps you to convert visitors to customers. Okay, it's not everybody that sees you for the first time that will be interested in buying from you. There are some things you need to take them through. There's a process you need to take them through for them to eventually become your customer, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. It's called a sales funnel because, you know, there are 3 stages. Some people design it as 4 stages, and those 4 stages get smaller as you go. So if you know what a funnel looks like, the funnel is wide at the top, Abby. Then once you start coming down, it becomes smaller. So when it comes to your sales process also, that's how it is. 1,000 people might get to know about your business, but eventually maybe only like 10% of that 1,000 would buy from you at the end. So once you keep coming down, I'll explain all of those steps to us as we go. So quick introduction. Sales funnel is a selling or buying process to take your target customers through to make a purchase, right? Somebody comes to your Facebook page. The person doesn't know you before. They're just seeing you for the first time. Or you go for a networking event. You're just meeting somebody and you introduce yourself to that person. You give them your business card. It's not always that the person will buy from you immediately. Sometimes it might take a 6-month conversation. It might take a 3-month conversation before that person eventually buy from you. But if you are deliberate with it, you can now shorten that 3 months or 6 months to maybe a 3 weeks period, because you know what you are doing and you are consciously pushing that person to the next level that you want them to get to. We're going to talk through all of that today. It's like taking your ideal customer by hand and lead them to the point where you want them to go. So like I just explained, if you're deliberate about your sales funnel, it will get to a point where you can do all of these things in 3 days or 1 week, depending on, you know, how that customer is ready. One of the greatest things about a sales funnel is that you can automate the whole process. That's also very interesting. For those who really understand digital marketing, you can actually automate all of these things. I'm going to show us everything step by step. I'm just trying to give us an overview before we move on. Okay? So as long as you keep sending the right people to the entrance of your funnel, Enugu, I hope you guys can hear me. All right. As long as you keep sending the right people to the entrance of your funnel, most of them are most likely going to buy from you at the end. Okay. This looks like plenty talks. Okay. So again, who can tell me what do you think a lead is? If you call somebody a lead, what do you think a lead is? Let me take away the expo before somebody will now come and read out my slides to me. Okay, so if you call somebody a lead in your business, who is that person? I need answers.
When somebody connected you to.
So once somebody connects you to a person, that person is a lead. A lead basically is somebody that has shown interest, but the person has not bought from you, right? So you sell land. Okay, let's talk. That's a lead. That person has not told you, I want to buy land. That person has not told you, I'm interested in buying land. They just connected with you, and you know, that is all. So that's what a lead is. Sorry, this thing is going to misbehave. Okay, so leads are people that are interested. You can't call them your clients because they've not bought from you. It is the point where they buy from you. Sorry, it's the point where when they buy from you, that's when they become a client. Okay. So let's get practical with this. The best thing about a sales funnel is, like I said earlier, you can automate it. So you can sit down and say, how do you want to design your own sales funnel? So from the left side, which is where they get into the funnel, that is the awareness stage. What do you want to do to raise awareness about your products? Do you want to post on Facebook? Do you want to post on your WhatsApp stories? Do you want to post on Instagram? Do you want to share flyers? So anybody that sees your flyer can see your WhatsApp number and say, okay, chat me up on WhatsApp, let's talk. Right? So once the person chats you up on WhatsApp or they see your Facebook page, what is the next step? Now, I'm going to show us all of those things. So first, you need to get the right set of people. You are selling a 30 million naira product, for instance. You won't take your flyers to, say, a Ikotu market, because most people in the Ikotu market are not there to buy 30 million naira worth of product, right? If you want to sell 30 million naira worth of property, where do you think you find people that will be able to afford that? The places like VI, Lekki. So you see what getting the right people means. If you go and pack everybody in Ikotu market and put them into your funnel, no matter how much evangelism and follow-up you do, they will still not buy. No matter how much prayer and fasting you do, some of them, maybe 1 or 2 persons might be able to afford it. But because this is marketing, you want to put your effort where you get more results, not 1, 2 results. Okay? So first step is you need to make sure you are talking to the right set of people, right? Get them into your funnel. Now, people don't buy from people they don't know. That is just the truth. If you yourself want to buy something now, you most likely think of somebody that you know that sells that thing first, before you now start thinking. Even if you go to Ikotu market now, you still want to go to that your customer. So that is how marketing is. Before you can start talking to somebody that please buy from me, you need to show the person who you are. You need to, let the person know you, right? So at first you can give them something, give them a bait. We call this a lead bait. So this could be free information, how to identify odd selling lands across Nigeria. Okay, maybe I have 10 million naira and I'm looking to invest in real estate. Most likely I would want to know where are the best places to buy land across Nigeria. What states can I buy land in Nigeria? Or what places in Lagos? Is it Shimara that is giving maybe 40% return on investment? Or is it Ibejuleki? So all of this information, you can package it into something. It could be a PDF, it could be a WhatsApp message, a series of WhatsApp messages. So you say somebody should send you, you give you somebody your flyer, your WhatsApp number is there, you tell them to chat you up on WhatsApp to get more information. Now, once they send you a message on WhatsApp, you introduce yourself, okay, I saw your flyer, all of those normal introduction. Maybe on the next day, you could start a series that says 5 ways to know odd selling properties across Nigeria, or 5 documents you need to ask every time you buy a land, or 3 things you need to know about payment plan when it comes to buying. Just find information that will be relevant and useful to that person, and share that information for free. Now, what this helps you to do is it helps you to show yourself to that person as an expert. When you start giving people valuable information and you also give it to them for free, it's in their mind, the back of their mind, it shows you to them as, okay, this guy knows what he is talking about. This person knows about real estate. Sometimes it could be a real estate event, like the end of the year party and anniversary that is coming up. You could also invite the person to that kind of place to just show the person that you are an expert in this field. Now, once it is registered in the back of that person's mind that this person is an expert, this person knows what they are talking about, eventually when they are ready to buy, you are the first. You'll be one of the first set of people that will come to their mind. Because over time, you have been useful to them and you have given them valuable information. Now, it is very okay that people see your product and they don't buy at that point. At that point, maybe they don't have the money. At that point, maybe they are saving for a family member's burial. They are not planning to buy a land. It is okay. Don't say, because this person is not buying now, you just throw away the person. You need to learn to keep the conversation going. That is why you should have a sales funnel. So sometimes just send once in a while, maybe once in a week. If you're doing email marketing or maybe WhatsApp marketing, once in a week, twice in a week, send them valuable information. There are a lot of information you can even get yourself for free on the internet. Just read it, understand it, and put it in your own words, then send it to your own client. So, like I gave examples earlier, 10 things to look out for when you are buying a property. Okay, I thought this. Okay. 10 things to look out for when you're buying a property. How to know a genuine land versus difference between C of O and title of deed. You know, all of those information. Like me now, I don't know the difference between C of O and title deed of title. I just know that, you know, deed of assignment, exactly. A lot of people don't know these things. So this could be the free information you can be sharing with those people. Like maybe on a Monday now, just say, do you know the difference between this and this? A lot of people don't know. You know, put down a very beautiful story, a very beautiful message, and just send it out. People might not respond to you, but trust me, a lot of people read those things. And it registers in their mind. It registers you in their mind as a real estate expert. Eventually, it could be 6 months later. Maybe, you know, they just still want AWUF money and okay, let me buy land. The first person that will come to their mind is you. Because over time, you have shown yourself to be an expert. That is what this sales funnel does for you, basically. You also need to serve people. Don't sell to them yet. You will have to serve them first. Care for them. Like I said, are you planning to buy? Do you want to buy land next year? These are the things you can do this year to make sure that when you are ready to buy land next year, you know, just find information like that. Maybe save 20% of your income every month, or maybe save 10%. You know, find information that will be useful to them and just give it to them. Now, all of these things don't have set time frames. Okay, for somebody that wants to run Facebook ad, for instance, you say, okay, you want to spend maybe 10,000 on advertising. You can run your ad, and that 10,000 maybe for like 2 weeks brings people into your funnel. Then maybe for like another 2 weeks, everywhere that have registered. So your ad could say, my name is Chizoba, I'm a real estate expert. In case you're planning to buy a property within the next 6 months, let's talk now. Okay, people can click on that ad, send you their WhatsApp number, their email address, their phone number, anything you request them. Then you can now take all of those numbers and start communicating with them going forward. So you can now be sending them all these messages. Okay, you can also make people, give them offers. So take for instance, in real estate, you can decide to show people, take people on inspection. I don't know if we do inspection here, Sussex. Yeah. So you can decide to say, okay, you know what, this, I've been talking to you about real estate. I have this land I'm currently selling. If you are interested, just come with me on Tuesday. Let me go and show you the land. It could be at a cost. It could be free if you can afford to make it free. Now, what that also does for them is people like to see what they are buying. I'm sure a lot of us are like that. You go to the market before you buy the garage. You go taste and put more for mouth, you know, all of those kind of things. Once people get to see what they want to pay for, it becomes easier for you to now talk to them and say, this is it, okay? So you can find something. For you, it might not be inspection, it could be something else. So maybe you could do a promo to say, if you buy the land within the next 2 weeks, we can give you 50 blocks for free. Or we can give you 2 bags of cement for free, depending on what you can afford. People always like the word free, right? People always like the word free. So if you can find a way to just give people free things, even though you have included the cost, some people would include the cost. Maybe the cost of the product is 2,000 naira, and I want to give you a 500 naira biro for free. I'll just tell you that the cost of the product is 2,500, and I'm giving you a free biro. Nobody will want to calculate all of those things because they have seen the free biro. They want to quickly run. So you need to sit down and understand what you can also add to it for free. Could it be? So let's see, what kind of things can we give out for free in real estate? So somebody is buying land. What can you give them for free? This is Christmas, so maybe we'll give you 8 acres of rice. Sorry?
Buy 5 and get 1 free.
Buy 5, get 1 free.
Home appliances.
Home appliances.
Yeah.
What else?
Bag of rice.
Bag of rice, you know, stuff like that. So this is how people, so you can just do a promo and say, everybody that I've been talking to for the last 3 months, I'm currently doing a promo that says, if you buy 1 land, you get half plot free. If you buy 5 plots, you get 2 plots free, depending on whatever works for your business. Okay? So this is basically what I just explained earlier. Get the right people. This is the step where you find ways to get the right people into your funnel. No matter how much effort you put, if you're not talking to the right set of people, you're not going to be getting the results that you are looking for. And there are different ways to get people into your funnel. You can use Facebook ads, you can use Instagram ads, there are Google ads also. People go online to search for properties in Lagos or how much is land in Shimawa. You can capture those set of people when you use Google advertising. So I already explained, give them something. So squeeze page, this is a bit technical. I'm trying to break it down so that everybody can understand. This could be as simple as a Google form. How many of us know how to create a Google form here? How many of us have used a Google form before? Okay. So how many of us have a Gmail address here? Your name at gmail.com. Anybody? Yeah. Quite a number of us. Almost everybody here. Okay. So once you get a Gmail address, you have access to all Google products, YouTube, different products. So today we are going to be looking at Google Forms. Just go to Google. Just search for Google Forms. You can also do this from your phone. Forms is Forms. Okay? No internet. Why?
Google Form.
Yes. RMS.
Is there an application?
It's a web portal or something. Yes, it's an application, but it's not something you download to your phone. Yes, and just come to yeah. Okay, so once you search Google Form like this, you just come down to the second one. The first one is G Suite. You might not need that one. See this one here that says free online survey for personal use. Free online surveys for personal use. Just click on it. So these are basic ways to achieve these things. There are more serious ways that people like Success would do. I know you can create a very magnificent landing page, but for those who don't have those skills yet, these are simple things that you can just do. Okay, waiting for this to load. Now, what this does for you is to just help you collect contact information of people that are interested. So you're running Facebook ads. Instead of just showing them that picture with your phone number and hoping that they will call, you can create a form where they can go and submit their details. Personal. You're not doing business, so you click on personal. Network.
Title form.
Okay, yeah, so give you the title.
Form description.
So
The advert you want to.
yes, so this could be I'm coming, let me how many of us are doing this so that I know who to who else? 3, 4. Okay, so this is how to create a Google form. By default it comes as untitled form. So for you this could be sign up for Vatican City. Sign up form. I hope any people are seeing this form for Vatican City. Okay. Now, what is the goal of this form? You can add a short description too. I thought I gave it a title just now. Network.
Should it be capital letter to start?
No, yes, to start each word. But it's not compulsory, just make it look neater and professional. Our network is acting up.
Igbo ọma na-ege ntị, ekene m unu. Ụmụnne m n'ebe dị iche iche, ndị Igbo ụmụnne m n'ebe dị iche iche, ị nọ na Naịjirịa, ị nọ na mba ofesi wee na-agba mbọ. Akwa ụmụ Igbo na-ebe erugo anyị ntị. O nwere nke a na-akpọ akụruo ụlọ. Ya mere kọmpani anyị nke a kpọrọ Ciplat Profile Limited ji wee nụ akwa ndị be anyị na-ebe wee wepụtara anyị ọmarịcha estate. Aha ya bụ Vatican Garden Estate Enugu dị na ebe a na-akpọ Obe Agụ Ọknanọ. Obe Agụ Ọknanọ dị n'akụkụ Centenary City. Estate ndị ọzọ gbara anyị gburugburu bụ Doctors Quarters, Jedediah Estate, Diaspora Estate. Ihe anyị na-ele estate anyị 5.5 million naira per plot for 460 square meters. Mee ọsịsọ bịa gbara na kịta ebe ọ ga-abụ itinye ego gị dị na land ịrahụrụ gaba. A na-emekwa n'anya unu ka unu bịa tinye ego unu na estate anyị akpọrọ Vatican Garden Estate Enugu. Ndewo.
Ụlọ ọrụ anyị n'Enugu dị na second floor, suite 14, number 7 Mkpọkịtị IMT Road, Independence Layout, Enugu. Ngwa kpọọ 0708-300-327 maọbụ gaa na cplat.com ka ị matakwa maka Vatican Garden Estate. Cplat Profile Limited. Tinye ego gị ebe ọ ga-abara gị uru.
So you could add a short description. My Vatican City is Enugu.
VATI.
Oh, it's VA.
Oh, sorry. See why the thing is automatically deleted.
No, this one is. This is when you delete something and it moves to your trash. It doesn't affect what you do.
Now, written it before, the thing just disappeared.
This network. Okay. So now, question one. So this part is where people would feel. This is what they will say. This is the title of the form. You could add your own short descriptions. I just use this as a basic example. So if you want people's information, what information do you think will be relevant to your business? So give me ideas. First name. So somebody that wants to buy your property, somebody that you want to get their phone number, their contact, so that you can get in touch with them. What information do you need from them?
Yeah, phone contact, email address.
Phone number, email address. So phone number, sometimes you have to request for their WhatsApp number because most people have different numbers. So depending on how you want to reach out to them, if you're the kind of person that will call everybody, then it's fine. You can just request for phone number. But if you want to be able to send them a WhatsApp message, then you have to ask them for your WhatsApp number. So this question could be, what's app number? Okay. It's not showing.
No, so where is it?
This is it. So change that untitled question. Clean the untitled question and put WhatsApp number. So which other information do you need?
An email address.
Email address. Okay. So click on this plus sign. You can see the plus sign by the left. Once you click on it, it will open up another question. So what's the question here? Email address. Okay. Do we need any other details from them? So let's ask for their name too. So we don't just have, in case you are sending a message to somebody, you don't need to start asking them, hello sir, what's your name? What should I save your number as? Stuff like that. So let me move this up. Okay, what else? Name, WhatsApp number, email address. That's all I need. Okay, so your form is ready, right? It's as simple as that. Just go to Google Forms, create. So you could do this for different properties that you're selling. You could decide to just have one for everything, right? Now, with this, all you just need to do is come here. If you click on this send, I don't know how you see it on your phone, you would see this second button here. Once you click on it, you see your link. This is the link. So shorten the link to make it shorter, then you just copy. So you can either send this to people directly, to their WhatsApp, via SMS. You can just send this link to anybody and tell them to just fill in their details if they are interested, right? If they're interested in buying this property that you're selling, fill this form so that I can send you more information, okay? So once they fill the form, you would get their details here. Once people start filling the form now, if you come back to this form, you see this place, responses. Once you click on responses, you see everybody that has filled your form. You see the details, the phone number they left, the email address they left, the name they left. You see everything under responses. Because nobody has filled this yet, we will not see anything, not mine. We will not see anything. So this is it. Now, another advantage of this is for those who run Facebook ads a lot, you could use this link, you could use the option for websites. Take people to your website and just put this link in the link for your website. So that people click on the ad from Facebook or Instagram, they go to this form and sign up. Then you can get their details later and get in touch with them. Do we understand what we just did? Or is abracadabra?
Get that link.
Okay, so if you want to get the link, click on send. Once you click on send, the first option is to send it to people via email. If you want to send it to people via email, if you have somebody's email address and you just want them to come and fill more information, you can put the person's email address here. This is the subject. You can change this message if you want to. You can add more messages here and you just click on send. It will be sent to that person. But the second option is where you get the link, the middle option. So once you click on it, it's usually a very long link. You can shorten it. Click on shorten URL. It will give you a shorter link that won't take so much space. Then you can just copy it. Click on copy, and it copies to your clipboard. Then you can go to your WhatsApp, paste, and send to anybody you want to send to. The third option is to embed it to your website, but it's not what everybody will be able to do. So it's either you send it via email or you just copy the link. All right. Any other question on this before we move on? Questions. So that is simple to create a Google form. Just create a Google form, send it to people, let them sign up. Now, once you have gotten all their details, you can now start sending them a series of messages. Like I said, give them free information. Not just free information, free and useful information. Because if you keep sending something to somebody and the person doesn't find it useful, the next time they see your message, they will not open it. Right? I'm sure some of us are like that. There are people on your WhatsApp that they ginger to open their message. It's maybe when you are less busy than you. So don't become those kind of people to other people. Make sure that every information you are sending to that person is useful to that person. Something that will help them make informed decisions when they are eventually ready to buy. Now, the way to now make them buy from you almost immediately is when you now start giving them offers. There's awareness, there's consideration, and there's the action stage. Consideration stage is the person is interested in buying. The person knows that they want to buy, but you're just not sure yet. So in those kind of instances, you can share promos. Because the person wants to get that other free item, the person can decide to buy something that I was decided to buy next month, but because there's no promo next month, let me just go buy it this month when I will get more value. People always like to get more value. So instead of paying 2,000 naira and getting just one thing, why not pay this same 2,000 naira and get two extra things? That's just the idea, right? So make sure you utilize all of those things and get the best value for your business.
Sorry, excuse me. Have you seen where to write your email?
Okay, so WhatsApp number, this plus button.
Okay.
So if you click on plus, it will add another question for you. So this is WhatsApp. This is another question. If you want to add another one, click on plus again. Like that. Any questions? Ask me a question so that I'm not just here doing my magic. So So we said leads are people that are interested in your product, right? So there's something called a lead magnet. Lead magnet is, so all these things I've said since morning, you could do a small PDF to say how to know 5 outselling land properties in Nigeria, or 5 documents you need to know. Okay, so let me stop playing with. So you guys give me an example. Somebody now wants to buy a land today. What do you think the person will be interested in knowing about that land before they buy?
The title.
The title, the documents of the land, location, okay, what else? Price, what else? Site. So site and location is almost, site is location. What else?
Size of the land.
Size of the land, 64 by 600 square meters. We already talked that thing. Okay, so now you can do a PDF. To do a PDF also is very simple. MS Word, type everything you want to type and just export it as PDF. Do some graphics design. You can pay Success to do some designs for you. But then it's really very simple. Just create a document. All these things that we used to hear, it's not until you do it. Start with the basic ones that you can do. Sit on MS Word, type what you want to type. Title, 5. So you said price. 5 things to know about Vatican City. Number 1, the price. We are selling for 2 million naira. I can bet you that you can't see any other property with this kind of value anywhere in the world for this same price. That is number 1. Number 2, location. Location is Enugu. Talk a bit about the location. Enugu is a fast rising city. Investments are coming in, blah, 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 blah. That's number 2. Number 3, what else did we mention? The documents. So if you buy this property with us, these are the documents you will get. C of O, this, that, like that. Number 4, size. Size of the land is 600 by 500 or 600 by 400, depending on whatever you are selling. Now, once you are done typing all those things, package it together, put your face in front of it. Chiamaka Nzube, author of 5 things to look out for when you are buying property. Right? Now, that can be your lead magnet. But why we call it a lead magnet is that book is going to be useful to somebody and you want to give it to them for free. But you are giving it to them for free, but you are getting in exchange their contact details. For you, it could be phone number and email address. For some people, it's just email address. I'm sure a lot of us have experienced this before. Because you want to download something, they will tell you to put in your email address first so that they can send you the link. It's just a way of getting your email address. Once they have your email address, they can always reach out to you and send you more messages. For you, it could be take them to that Google form we just created. How many of us remember how to create a Google form? Take them to that Google form we just created. Let them fill that form. At the end of the form, let me show us. So settings, no. Okay, so you see this confirmation message. If you go to your settings, under settings you find presentation. Under presentation, this is confirmation message. Confirmation message is what the person sees after they have submitted the details. You can now put the link to that document you have created here, so that once they have filled the form, they can automatically download the ebook you want to give them. Now, that ebook already, it gives them a bit of information about you and your business. Then, because you also have their email address, you can continue to send them messages, more messages on the property you're selling, the promos you have running, different things, which would help convince them to buy from you. I hope you're understanding. I feel like, I'm doing something a bit technical today. We are understanding, are we okay?
I don't know how to link it to my Facebook.
So just copy it like this. Once you have copied it, go to your Facebook. So in case you want to post it on your Facebook, all you just need to do is come here and paste. So that is the link. Okay. So before you paste it, you can type your own messages and then you paste it and just post it like that. Same way for WhatsApp, same way for SMS, anywhere you want to use it. Yes, just like that. Just copy the link and go and paste it. Okay, any other questions? So I was talking about lead magnets. Lead magnet is something you give to people in exchange for whatever it is you want. Most times not money. Sometimes it might just be for them to go to your Facebook page and like your page. Tell them to go and like your page. Once they like your page, you send them the link to. So you can use that to also increase your followers, increase your follower base on Facebook, on Instagram. Tell them to follow you on Instagram, then you send them the link. So lead magnet basically is anything you give to somebody in exchange for an action you want them to take. Do we understand that? So you can sit down and create your own lead magnet. So to make sure we understand, somebody should give me an example of something you can use as a lead magnet. Anybody? Give me an example. For those who are following, what do you think you can use as a lead magnet?
Maybe from what you have said before, you want to add more.
So you can add yours to it.
What about plan? Can explain it. All the
Exactly.
all right.
Okay.
That's alone takes away a lot of cost.
A lot of cost for people. So that is a very, very brilliant example. You can do a document that explains the difference between a dry land and a waterlogged land, right? For somebody that wants to buy, I might not know the difference. I might not see the difference. But because I have read your documents and you have explained in details, this says this is the disadvantage of buying a waterlogged land. If you buy a waterlogged land, you still need to go and buy sand to do the filling and all of those things. You have opened my eyes to that thing. Trust me, it's going to endear me to you. Marketing is about endearing the person to your product. It's going to endear me to you and okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy is an expert in this field. And if I'm ready to buy, I will eventually want to buy from you. Then in that document, you have also explained to them that all your properties, all your landed properties that you're selling are dry land, right? Do we get the idea now? Okay, so I need another example from another person to show that we are all together. I need another example. The difference between title land and untitled land. You could do a document that explains the difference between a title land, the advantages of a title land, disadvantages of a title land, all of those things, put it together in a document and use it as a lead magnet. Okay, so it's good to know that we get the idea. It's good to know that we get the idea. So I've explained a lot of these things already. So any questions? So first, time out. We still have time. Okay, so questions. I want to make today's class very, very practical. So questions. I don't want to be talking over our head. Welcome, sir, Mr. Imag Global. Abi? I remember.
The question I have is, why instead of copying that and posting it as a word, why not maybe there's a place someone can click on
the form
yes,
and
advert on your page.
Okay.
You still cannot carry the person to where you can now go and follow this.
So you can also do that. Let me just show us. So if you remember when we were creating a Facebook page, there's something we call a call to action button. How many of us remember?
Yes, I remember.
How many of us remember call to action button? So what is a call to action button? Anybody?
I think
To connect with
your WhatsApp or
Okay, so a call to action button basically is you're calling the person to take an action, as the name implies, call to action. So for you, the action you want people to take when they come to your Facebook page could be to give you their WhatsApp number. For some people, it's call me. Some people don't do much of WhatsApp. They prefer you call them and let's talk. For some people, is go to my website. I have all this information you're looking for. I have it on my website. Go to my website and my Facebook. Go to my website and read more about my product. So there are different call to action buttons that you can use. Sign up. So for this case, for the case you're trying to explain now, you can do a sign up button. On that sign up button, you put in your. Okay, it's already. I want to show us. Like I said, today's class is practical. Let's not just talk. Let me show us how we can utilize all these things to. So this is what your page looks like. For those who are using your phone, you see something most likely similar to this. Page. So this long blue button is what we'll call, what did I call it again?
Call to action.
Call to action, yes. The button is called a call to action button. You find it anywhere online. If you go to a website, that buy now button, that's a call to action button. They are calling you to take an action, which is buy now. For some other people, it's going to be a submit button. Like on the Google form, you saw the submit button. That's also a call to action button. Any button that is asking you to take an action is called a call to action button. Now, you can use this call to action button. Why is he using mobile?
My own is on WhatsApp.
Your own is to take people to your WhatsApp, I mean, yes. They can chat you up for WhatsApp, yes. Okay, so for the purpose of this form, in case you want to put your Google link, your Google form link on your Facebook page, copy the link and come here to use pages. Okay, so you can either use a sign up button or a book now button for this link. Okay, so these are different call to action buttons. Let me see. Who remember what send message does? For those who were in that class, what did we say send message can do for you? We don't remember. Okay, so let me just walk through the list again. Follow button means to follow the page. If you want people to follow your page, use the follow button. If you have a gift card, so this is festive period. A lot of businesses are doing free options. You can get a 2,000 naira gift card to shop anywhere. If you have that option, you can do this for your page. Order food. If you have a website where people can place an order for your food, you know, you can do that. Book now button. Choose where people can book you, right? So we can use this one. Call now is for people to call you. Put your phone number. Once they click on it, they can send you a call directly. Contact us could be via email, or you want them to take them to your contact page on a website if you have a website. Send message is for people to send you a message on Facebook Messenger. If you use this option, people send you a message on Facebook Messenger. If you use this option, send WhatsApp message, people can send you a message directly to your WhatsApp, which is what she has. Send email, we have learn more, we have sign up, we have use app, we have play game, watch video, and shop now. Okay, so for this example, let us use the sign up button. So what you just basically need to do is put that link, the link to that Google form that we copied, just put it here and you save it. So I'm just going to paste it here. That's the link to the form, and we click on save. Okay, so this is it. So let's test the button from here. Once you click on it, it takes you to network. It takes you directly to that Google form where people can go and fill their details, right? So any questions? Do we understand? For those who are just joining us, does this look like magic? You don't understand? Okay, so we created a Google form where people can go and sign up in case you need to get people's details, people that are interested in the properties you're selling. You can create a Google form to collect their details, which is this. So what we just did basically now is to connect that Google form to our Facebook page. So people can just go to your Facebook page, click on your call to action button, which is this button, and it takes them to your Google form where they can sign up with their details. So that's just a basic summary of what we have done. So any questions, lead magnets, any questions? Sir, do you have any questions?
Oh my home, where Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is your home of peace and serenity. Discussing an opportunity is foolishness and acting on an opportunity is wisdom. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is the opportunity. Grab your own plot of land for as cheap as 1.5 million naira right here at a prestigious estate of great residential lifestyle, guaranteed peace and serenity, offering 100% dry land. Buy and build service plots, instant physical allocation, neighborhood, immigration office, Asaba Airport, Civil Defense Office, Summit Hill Estate, and many more. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is located beside Asaba Airport and Immigration Office, Ibusa, Asaba, Delta State. Asaba Office, The Park Plaza, 135 Ibusa Road, opposite Ministry of Lands and Survey, Asaba. For inquiries and inspection booking, call 0812 122 9438 or visit cplat.com. Cplat Profile Limited, your investment house.
Because when you're talking about lead magnet.
You got here when we're talking about lead magnet. So
it also prompts you to do a lot of research.
okay.
Because you said, for example, where I came in, I said dry land and waterlogged land.
Land, yeah.
You must know how to explain it. The advantages and the disadvantages, just like you said. Now, if you buy a waterlogged land, you have limited varieties of what you can do on a waterlogged land.
Kind of structures you can put there.
Dry land, you have no limits. You can play as much swimming pool or what you can call it. Garden vegetation, but you can't do that in a waterlogged land. So there's a whole lot of you find the booklet trying to explain.
Yeah.
So you therefore require that to do a lot of research when you're trying to put something out there.
Okay, so let me just chip in something. In marketing, your lead magnet should not be something very, very bulky.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, maybe like 5 pages. We call it quick bites. Something people can just quickly see and move on. Now, it's possible you have a lot of information, like you just said. You have a ton of research that you have done. But because it's a lead magnet, the purpose of a lead magnet is to just get that person to come to you. Once they get to you, you can do as you like with them. But at this point, the goal is to just make them come to you. So what you can do is probably, if the booklet you have, the research you have done and everything, you've created the book is about maybe 20 pages, you can do the first 5 pages as a short book and give it to them as a lead magnet. Now, because the person is already interested, they've seen you that, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about, I want to do business with this guy. They would always want to read up more. So the other ones, you can even send them in smaller bits, maybe another 5 pages this week, send them another 5 pages next week, But again, because this is marketing, and like I said, your marketing has to be deliberate. You can now say, okay, break the book down into 3 stages: awareness, consideration, and conversion. I explained that earlier. Awareness is somebody is just meeting you for the first time. I don't even know if I need your product yet, but because we are just meeting, I want to have a conversation with you. What information will be relevant to that person at that point? There's what we call information overload. If you overload somebody with information they don't need, they are not going to see the points you're making. They are most likely going to walk away. So sit down and say, okay, this person, I'm just meeting this person. This relationship is just like 1 hour old or 1 week old. What information is going to be relevant to this person at this point? Pick that information out of that book and send it to that person in week 1. Now, because I've known you for a week now, we've spoken, you've introduced your business to me, you've given me the introduction. At this point, maybe I'm beginning to consider buying a property from you. At the stage of consideration, which information is going to be relevant to that person? Of course, somebody who is in consideration stage might start thinking of, okay, so take for instance, I'm buying property for just investment purpose, not because I want to build a house on it. I'm just buying it because I want to store money. For me, I'm going to be looking at resale options. So if I know that if I buy a property in Ibejuleki, anytime I decide to sell it, I can sell it off and still make good money. But I was going to buy a property in, say, maybe Kogi State, because most likely a Kogi State property, you might not get options when you want to resell. Now, at that point, that's kind of information that is going to be relevant to me, not basically give me 1,000 blocks or any other thing. So you need to sit down and understand your customer. So at this point, what is going to be relevant? Take that information and also give it to that person at that point. Now, the third stage, which is the action stage, you've introduced yourself to the person, you've given them options why they should consider you. At this point, you want to make them buy. You know they have the money, but one or two things is holding them back. So what can you do to push them to the point where they buy? So because this is Christmas, we want to do clearance sales. We have over 10,000 plots on sold properties, and we don't want to carry them into 2021 as an organization. So because you have been talking to us and you want to buy, this is the offer we are giving you. If you buy 1 acre of land at this amount, we are going to give you 5 plots extra for free. Now, for somebody who has the money and who has been considering buying, that kind of offer will definitely push them to say, okay, let me just do this now and get more value. So do we understand that breakdown? At the awareness stage, what is relevant to this person? Give it to them. So if you have a 10-page book, you can break it down. Maybe it's just the first 2 pages or the first 3 pages that's relevant to the person at the awareness stage. Give it to them. Then the second week or the 2 weeks later, you could send them another maybe page 3 to page 5.
Depending on the kind of questions we are asking.
It could also, yes, all of this could also come from your interaction with that person. Now, marketing is about conversations. Talk to that person. And one of the easiest ways is to just collect the person's WhatsApp number. I'm sure there's nobody here that doesn't use WhatsApp. Anybody here? We don't use WhatsApp. Is there anybody? So one of the easiest ways is to just collect their WhatsApp number on your sign-up form. This is why we specified WhatsApp number here, because for some people they have multiple numbers. If you ask them, their main number might not be their WhatsApp number. So if you ask them phone number, what comes to their mind at first is their main number, which is the calling number, and they just put it there for you. But because you know what you want their WhatsApp number because you want to reach out to them on WhatsApp, make sure you specify. When it comes to online marketing, again, people like to be spoon-fed. That's another thing you need to know. If you want WhatsApp number, say it there is WhatsApp number you want. If you want, I'm sure a lot of us have seen adverts on Facebook where people, all the information is there on the flyer, but people will still come to your comment section to ask you some of those questions you have already answered. That shows you that people like to be spoon-fed. Don't get angry. That is just the normal online behavior. So make sure you're giving them the information as you want it. So chat with them, have a conversation with them, let them know that this is what you have, why have they not gotten a property. For some people, it could also even be a questionnaire. Do you have a property? What part of the country do you have a property? If no, why have you not gotten a property? That will also help you understand. Some people tell you that it's because they don't have the money. For those kind of people, you might want to push them to your payment plan option. Because okay, this person cannot afford to buy once. What if I design a payment plan for this person, pay small, and so conversations will help you understand how best to package your product and sell it to whoever it is you want to sell it to. Do we understand? Okay, so any other questions? So I hope that shared insight. Yeah. So any questions? I
think that WhatsApp is more preferable.
For you?
For me.
For some people, it could be this form. So depending on the kind of traffic again. So like I said in the beginning that it's possible to automate this thing, but that's a very technical class that I don't want to go into. So you could set up emails that says, okay, if somebody fills this form, day 1, send them this email. 3 days later, send them this second email. That is what we call the automation. So you don't even need to be there to be typing the email. You sit down once, set up all those things. So once the person comes, it's also on Facebook Messenger. We call them chatbots. I don't know if anybody have experienced that before. Chatting with, there's some businesses you chat to on Facebook that is not them responding. It is automated messages that so you could automate all of these things. At that point when you are very big, you might not want to be doing WhatsApp for everybody. This might work for you, but again, it's about your business and what you want to achieve. Okay? So questions. Any other questions before we move on? Close this. So what would you like us to talk about again before we shut this down? We have like 30 minutes to go. So is there anything we've talked about maybe from the beginning of the year that you just don't understand and you'd like us to walk through again? Anybody? So I talked about creating a PDF document, which is also very simple to do. How many of us are familiar with using Microsoft Word? Typing. Right, so once you're done typing, let me just show us a few tricks that we can use. If you use a recent version of Microsoft Word, you can add a bit of colors to your document. All of these things are called templates. You can decide to choose any of this one. Let me see which one we can use. Okay, so let's use this one. I'm using this one because it has real estate, it has property behind it, and what we're doing is part of property. So, title. So let's use your example, sir.
This is on Microsoft Word.
This is on Microsoft Word, yes. There are a lot of things you can do on Microsoft Word that you don't. So let's craft a title for that example you gave us. Dryland versus waterlogged, yeah. Yes, so let's craft an enticing title. So like if I pick up a book now, the first thing I'll read is the title of the book. So you need to make sure that that title of the book is catchy enough to make me want to read that book. So
we have property on Dryland, saves you money, or saves you cost.
okay. So let's think. This is a general assignment. Something catchy. Reasons why.
You need to invest in Ibejuleki houses.
Okay. So now the book itself is talking about the difference between waterlogged and dryland. So the title has to reflect what the book is talking about. If you're doing a book on benefits of buying land in Ibejuleki, then that would have worked. But because we are talking about dry land versus waterlogged, so the
Ibejuleki generally has this idea of everywhere is waterlogged. Because you hardly will find
So we have dry land and waterlogged.
okay.
So it's difficult in trying to explain it for someone that wants to. Anybody that wants to buy land in Ibejuleki, first of all, you need to think about the valuation.
Yes.
Like whatever. Just like want to buy land in Okoto.
Even if it's dry land.
Even if it's dry land, you still want to
dig it, you still get water.
you still want to raise up. But it's not the same thing with Eastern land.
Where it's 100% dry land.
Eastern is dry.
Eastern is dry. So
Okay, so let's think of title for this. This is me. Oh, you guys can think of your own. Sorry, I'm typing. This is not my laptop, so I'm not used to the. Sorry. I'm not used to the keys. I should buy
Waterlogged.
buy waterlog or buy dry.
Why should buy waterlogged light?
This one is applied to go on. Buy a dry land. Maybe say waterlogged. Go wrong. Don't even pick your phone.
You want me to go waste my money?
And they tell you, they say this one, so you know they think good about me. Want me to waste my money. But just block you.
Man, I need to get used to this laptop. Go back. Okay, so nobody's giving me examples.
buy or invest.
Okay, so yeah, you're getting the idea now. So the words you use also can determine a lot. Why you should invest in. Okay, is this a good title? Sorry. Or somebody wants to suggest something better. Any good people? I hope we are following. So you don't need to put dry land. No, so again.
Oh, well, this is why you should, reasons why you should invest in property.
Okay, so every.
Directly discouraging people that is buying waterlogged and all that. So we don't need to use it.
Okay, so let's understand something first. Sorry.
Madam, this is my idea. when you are talking about dry land, everywhere in English is dry land. You're trying to let us have a different connotation.
He didn't indicate whether it's Eastern properties in Lagos. So
That's
what
what I was
saying that.
So
if you said you reason
Hold
why
on.
you should invest in Eastern properties,
hold on.
that is different.
So each marketing campaign has its own stands as a unit, and it has a separate goal. Now, CPLAT sells different properties, right? There's Vatican City, there is Vatican Garden. Sorry, what? Give me a list of products again. Enugu and Asaba. Which other property is currently selling apart from Vatican City? Sorry? That's the only one for now. Now, the way you will sell Asaba is different from the way you will sell Enugu. So if you decide to do one umbrella campaign and sell the two at the same time, you might not get the best results. So I understand what you are saying. Why you should invest in real estate, that is a general topic for real estate. But because we are trying to sell one particular land that is a dry land, we want to now bring your attention to the fact that this is a dry land. That is why this title is like that.
The location should come. Yes.
Okay. Now, so that means we didn't even understand all the classes we have been doing since morning. Now, this is a lead magnet. A lead magnet should not feel like you are selling to me. You want me to give you my phone number. If you're telling me reasons why I should buy Vatican, you're already selling Vatican properties to me. This is supposed to make the person see you as somebody they can trust. Now, we all do this. Marketing is psychology. If you go to the market and the person that is selling to you tells you that this gin is original, you know the wash, do you believe that person 100%? No. In your mind, you're already telling because you want to sell markets, right? Now, if you also come as a marketer, the person would not 100% believe what you are saying because they know that you want to sell. You want to make your gain. So you tell me all the beautiful things. Now, this lead magnet is supposed to come in as a neutral person. You're just trying to help that person. Do you understand? So that is why we cannot start selling Vatican. So this information here now is not even about Vatican City. It's about generally anywhere you want to buy land in the world. Why is it better to buy dry land versus wetland? Do we understand? So a lead magnet is supposed to be neutral. Don't sell. So at the point where they have given you their phone number to say, okay, I'm interested in more communication from you, then you can now start introducing them to your other products. Do we understand? Yeah. So if you put Vatican land, all of those things, you have defeated the purpose from the very beginning. Because people just have this thing for, I know you want to sell, so 100 is something you also do. 100% you won't believe that person because in your mind, maybe you won't just sell your property. But if you come in neutral at first, let the person see you that, okay, this person is just giving me, like I said, valuable information. Even if you are buying from me or not, you are buying from the next real estate agent, this information is still going to be useful to you anywhere you go. So do we get the idea now? So let's finish our title. Reasons why you said something was missing. What do you think was missing?
I think you have locked that up already, honestly.
Okay.
I think the reason why we should invest in dry land.
Yes.
Okay. Why you should invest in a dry land? So let me see something else. My words brain is not working this morning. Okay, reasons why you should invest in a dry land. Also, it could just be as simple as disadvantages, advantages of buying waterlogged lands. This could be another title. Disadvantages of buying waterlogged lands. Let me see. Success. Help me now. You're a copywriter. So, what do you think can be a very catchy title for a book that wants to share information about dry land versus waterlogged land? Let's think together. They say 2 heads are better than one. We have more than 2 heads.
Yeah, one of the major things is like the cost, expenses. You don't spend much if you are using a dry land. And nothing much. That's what the main thing.
Okay, so let's just use this first title. Because I'm just trying to show us how to do this. Let's not spend so much time. Yeah. Okay, so this is the title of your book, right? November 13th. You could decide to put your own name here as the author of the book. You could put your own name. So let's use. Who wants to volunteer? So I'm. Yes, sir.
Waterlogged lands have their advantages. It depends what they're buying the property for. There are a lot of advantages for waterlogged.
Okay, so let's just stick to this then. Reasons why you should invest, or maybe differences. It could just be a general information book. Differences between waterlogged land and dry land. Okay, so let's use that.
But I think if we stay on this, trying to create this, it's going to take much time today.
So,
I believe I believe everybody will actually know information they want to put on
in the book.
They can also make research about it. They can also call. They can call the company to give them information like
about it,
what particular land and all that. But I think the main concept here is to be useful to society. I understand that people get value because it's not every time you're telling them buy land. Some people are tired. People don't have money. They're angry. But if you're giving them information about things they need to know, that's when they now remember you for your services that you're giving them free of charge. So let's not take
okay, so I just wanted to show them how to create an ebook. Let me put my name here since nobody wants to volunteer. This is how to create an ebook. It's not something that is so technical. Okay, so if you have a business logo, you can put it. This is a template we found on MS Word that you can use. If you search through, you'll find your own. You can change this picture at the back to your own picture. You also put all the information you want to put, like that. Add more pages. Once you're done, so what's important to note here is so just come to File. Under File, come to Export. Under Export, you see the option to create a PDF file, because this is what you are going to be sending to people. So just click on the Create PDF and it converts everything you have done so far. The reason why I wanted us to use a template was because there's structure, there are colors, different colors. It makes your book look beautiful. But you just flesh it with your own information that you want to share, and you create a PDF file. So if I click on this now, it will create the PDF file that we want to share. So put your pictures, put your information, all of those things, and you can just share it.
Share it where?
Yeah, anybody. Share it to people, WhatsApp, send it via emails to people, anyhow you want to do.
You have to share your page.
Yeah, I cancelled it because I don't want to create this one.
On your page.
You can create a link to it. Something is dragging. So if you want to share this to your Facebook page, for instance, let me see, Facebook.
On Instagram.
You might not be able to share on Instagram. I said you want to send it via message, but for posts you might not be able to share it on Instagram. So create posts. Okay, so I'm sure we got value from today's class, right? How many of us got value from today's class? How many of us didn't understand everything we talked about today? It was just abracadabra. Okay, so was today's class worth our time? We came late, but we were still able to pick one or two things. So how many of us will go and try everything we have learned today and just create a PDF? Before you know, you have become a real estate author self. They say, authors in real estate, raise up your hand. You're able to raise up your hand. But just make sure that, the information you're going to be putting in that book is something very valuable and something very useful. Because again, you're going to put your face to it. People can easily send it within themselves. Before you know now, your case is abroad, right? So thank you for joining us in today's class. We hope you got the best value for your time. Enugu, Asaba, thank you for also joining us.
My laptop.
I will hand over to Success now to continue with us.
Well, let's turn together for you. You're not clapping, please clap again. All right.